So first option is S3. Simple storage service. This storage basically it is known as bucket. S3 pricing, how much data you store and how much data is going to upload and download. That is read write. Depends on that, you have to pay to AWS. No minimum, no maximum. Okay. Suppose EC2 purpose, per hour this much. S3 purpose, no per hour basis. How much data you stored and how much data is going to daily basis uploaded or downloaded. Total month, within this month, how much data is uploaded and how much data is downloaded. So, data storage purpose and upload download depends on that. It is going to calculate. Say check it, there is no minimum fees. What you are using, you have to pay for that. And pricing also little bit different region wise. Okay. If you want to go through, you can check this video in AWS video also there. Here FAQ, go through that FAQ, click on user guide, you can check it. These are the documentations. Okay. So let's create bucket. General purpose bucket, bucket name, check this line, bucket name must be unique within the global namespace. That means if anybody create one bucket in US or anywhere, okay, that name you cannot use. Okay, it should be unique. So bucket name globally unique. These are all optional. This is important. Block all public access. That means this bucket is not available for public. Publicly you cannot access. Publicly it is blocked. If you uncheck it, publicly it is available, accessible. Next option, versioning. What is versioning? In GitHub, versioning is going to clear. Versioning means in your laptop, on desktop, if you save one file name is my CV. Is it possible to save another file in desktop only with same name, my CV? It is not possible. But versioning is going to allow you. Normally, say 10 years before, when we are as a developer, we are going to store our code, say project name underscore date time or underscore 1 2 3 4 like this, same name 1 2 3 4 or date and time. But Linus Torvalds, who is this fellow? Linux kernel. Okay. Rest of the Linux is developed by open source. Anybody, number of peoples. But Linux kernel developed by Linus Torvalds. So Linus Torvalds, he faced this problem. So it is a problem for developer. Okay. So he tried to automate it. Developer is going to use the same name. Internally, software is going to use version 1, version 2, version 3 like this. So that is known as versioning. Okay. This versioning basically used in Git software. DevOps studying Git software. Whenever we install this Git, then we are going to store, we are going to save our file using the same name. Name suppose ABC. Automatically this versioning software is going to manage ABC version 1, ABC version 2. Okay. So here in S3 it is showing that bucket versioning enable or disable. If it is disable, if you are going to store your file, save your file, what happen? It is going to overwrite. But if it is enable, then it is multiple file is going to store with the help of versioning. ABC1, ABC2, ABC3 like this. So by default here versioning is disabled. Then encryption. Encryption, when you store the data in server side, that is in S3, it is going to encrypt it and store. Okay? Or it is going to encrypt by from here only, that is client area only. Encrypt it, then I am going to save it. Or you are saving the text format. When it is going to save, first it is converted normal text to encrypted, then save it. So different options are there. Bucket key, that is, key means security purpose. So by default it is enable.
Sir, in both cases, it's a server side, encryption type.
See, server side encryption with AWS S3 managed key.
So in which case?
Okay, using this key, it is going to, that is AWS site. AWS site within S3, some managed key is there. This key is different, not your login key. Server side encryption with AWS key management service. It is managed key, S3 managed key. That is within S3 managed key. And this is AWS, another service is there, AWS key management service. Okay, this is check it, this is KMS. It is S3.
So which one to use?
Your choice. See, this is not your duty right now, encryption, what type of encryption, but if you know what type of encryption, if you click on this info, it is going to show you details of this encryption. Or dual layer server side encryption with AWS key management, that is both side. This is basically AWS key management service means first AWS is going to encrypt it, then it will save in S3. Okay, clear? And first option, what is the option? I am saving text format. S3, when it is going to store, first encrypt, then store. Okay, or you can utilize both. From here I encrypt it. That matter when S3 is going to store, S3 again encrypt it and store. Okay, both side encryption is there. That is use secure, but it will take some time and it is slow. Process is going to slow if you use this both side, because if you check it using small file, no issue, but in industry 5 GB, 10 GB file is there.
So in real time we will use or not?
You may use any one. Default option is their server side. My job is over. I pass it to S3. S3 is going to store it with encryption. Okay, so immediate it will show that it is over, but process is going on still inside of S3. But if I am going to choose this AWS related encryption, so first it is encrypted. If it is 10 GB file, we have to wait for 2 minutes. Okay, then it is going to send to S3, right? So different options are there, depends on the client. We are going to continue one meeting with client, what type of encryption your requirements, depends on that. Bucket key enable, advanced setting not required. I just create a bucket. It is showing API response, the request bucket name is not available. I tell you na, name should be unique. Okay, so we have to change the name. Last time I used BUCK, now BUK. Now it is created. MN buck 99. So this is my bucket. Successfully created. What we have to know? We have to know how to upload any file from on premises, that is my local machine, to this bucket. Number one. Okay. Number two is how to download it, and few other properties of this bucket. So if I click on this bucket, different option is there: delete, empty, copy here in, and create bucket. Just click here. Now it is showing inside of this
सर
bucket there
सर
was no data. Hmm.
एक डाउट था।
Hmm.
सर किसी का बकेट अगर हम यूज करना
थोड़ा थोड़ा
चाहे तो
थोड़ा जोर
इसके लिए
जोर से बोलो ना, लाउडली बोलो ना।
किसी का बकेट अगर हम यूज करना चाहे तो कैसे
वॉइस
करेंगे?
क्लियर नहीं आ रहा
वर्जनिंग
है।
यूज करें?
स्लोली,
हेलो
लाउडली,
हेलो
स्लोली और
सर
लाउडली
अभी
बोलो, और नहीं तो फोन करो।
अभी आ रहा है सर? सर अभी वॉइस आ रहा है क्लियर?
कुछ सुनाई नहीं
हेलो
दे रहा है तुम्हारा वॉइस।
हेलो
हाँ बोलो।
मैं कह रहा हूँ किसी का अगर बकेट यूज करना है तो कैसे करेंगे? वर्जनिंग यूज करेंगे? आप ऐसा करें।
कुछ समझ में आया? किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तुम्हारा वॉइस।
सर मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि
तुम
अगर
फोन करो
किसी
ना,
का
मोबाइल से फोन
अच्छा
करो। वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है। फोन करो, मैं बताता हूँ। Okay, check it. So I am inside of this bucket. Check it, Amazon S3. वही स्टूडेंट, Amazon S3 bucket, MN bucket 99, right? Upload. हेलो हेलो हेलो। स्पीकर में ही डाला है। हेलो, अभी ठीक है, बोलो। किसी का बकेट तुम कैसे यूज करोगे? तुम खुद अपना बकेट बनाओगे, उसी को यूज करोगे। मैंने जैसे एक बकेट बनाया अभी, बकेट का नाम क्या दिया? MN बक 99। मैं इसको यूज करूंगा, इसी में डेटा रखना है मुझे, मतलब ये मेरा एक स्टोरेज हो गया, एक्सटर्नल हार्ड डिस्क जैसे हो गया। मैं मतलब मैंने बनाया, तुम यूज करोगे। अगर मैं बनाने के टाइम पब्लिकली एक्सेसिबल दिया तो तुम यूज कर पाओगे, अगर पब्लिकली एक्सेसिबल नहीं दिया तो यूज नहीं कर पाओगे, क्योंकि मैं तो तुम्हें परमिशन दूंगा ना, ये मेरा बकेट है। परमिशन देने पर ही तुम यूज कर पाओगे, नहीं तो नहीं कर पाओगे। नहीं, पब्लिकली एक्सेस मतलब पूरा वर्ल्ड को दे दिया। अभी ये कभी होता नहीं, ठीक है। जैसे मान लो कि TCS ने एक S3 बनाया और TCS पब्लिकली कर दिया, और इस S3 को CTS, कैपजेमिनी, ये सब यूज कर रहा है, ऐसा होता है क्या? नहीं होता है ना। जिसका जो कंपनी बनाया उसी ने यूज करेगा उसको। वर्जनिंग का मतलब अलग है। वर्जनिंग का मतलब तुम खुद ही यूज कर रहे हो, मतलब तुमने ही बनाया, तुमने ही यूज कर रहे हो। लेकिन सेम फाइल नेम नहीं हो सकता है, या सेम फाइल नेम हो सकता है। तो सेम फाइल नेम अगर मल्टीपल फाइल तुम सेम करना चाहते हो तो क्या करोगे, वर्शनिंग एनाबल होगा। अगर वर्शनिंग एनाबल हुआ तो फाइल नेम सेम एबीसी, तुम 10 बार 100 बार वहाँ सेव करो एबीसी, वो हो जाएगा, क्योंकि एबीसी के साथ ऑटोमेटिकली वर्शनिंग क्या करेगा, वर्शन 1 वर्शन 2 ऐसे चेंज करते जाएगा। अगर वर्शनिंग डिसेबल रहा तो एक ही फाइल सेव होगा, उसके ऊपर ओवरराइट हो जाएगा, मतलब 1 2 3 4 करके नया नया फाइल नहीं बनेगा। वर्शनिंग अलग है, पब्लिक एक्सेस अलग है। ठीक है। Now you can upload any data from your local machine, or you can download any data from here to your local machine. Okay, very simple options, upload and download. Check it. I click on upload. Now it is asking add file or add folder. So I just click on add file. It is showing from desktop. Suppose I want to upload one file, say this one, anything. I'm going to upload 3 files. It will show these 3 files. These are very tiny files, small files, just bytes. Still it is not uploaded, just selected. It is showing that total 3 file and this much bytes. Okay, when it is going to upload, once I click on upload, see success, it will show one bar and successfully uploaded. Now it is uploaded, so close. Now I want to download. See, download is disabled. If I click this file, now download is enabled. That means I want to download this file. Okay, now if you click, it is going to download. S3 always known as one type of URL. Okay, this S3 always known as a URL type. See, HTTPS, my bucket name .s3 .apsouth1 .amazonaws.com, and this is the file name. Okay, I selected this one. So basically S3 is this one. Your S3 is HTTPS / your S3 name. Okay, always this one. In future we will use it. Okay, so this is upload, download. Within action also every options are there, upload, download, copy and others. Now main option is this line, object, properties, permission, management, these are.
What is that copy URI?
Universal resource indicator.
That
Same. URI and URL. Check it. Only my S3 name and then my file name. Okay, so next option is this properties. Within this properties, it is showing bucket overview. AWS region is Asia Pacific, AP South 1. Bucket versioning, by default it is disabled. When I create it, it is disabled. If you want to change, edit and enable. Okay. Tag, encryption. The option which one use, creation time, every option is here. Few other option also there. If you want to change, you can change it using edit. Okay. Permission. When I create this bucket, I use public access is block. Okay, public access is block. Now if you want to change it, suppose block all public access on, I want to off, then edit and off it. Okay, same way different policy is there. Metrics not so important right now. It is going to check total bucket size, that is how much data is there, and total number of objects, how many files are there. Additional chart also there, upload, download and others you can check. So important matter is properties and permissions and this management. Management is life cycle. This is important. Life cycle rule. That is, whenever I upload any data from on-premises or whenever any data move from EC2 to S3, okay, or any database backup and that backup move to this S3. What is the address of your S3? https:// name. Okay. Question is, how long data is going to stay in S3? Because S3 is costly. So after a certain time, automatically we want to move that data from S3 to S3 Glacier, because Glacier cheaper than S3. Fine.
স্যার অভিরূপ বলছি। হ্যালো হ্যালো
कौन बोल
हेलो
रहा है?
सर अभिरूप।
सुब्रत बोल रहा है या कोई और? हेलो
हेलो हेलो
हाँ, कौन बोल रहा है?
স্যার অভিরূপ।
हाँ, ভয়েস আসছে না, পরে ক্লিয়ার ফোন করো।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওকে ওকে।
ভয়েস একদমই আসছে না। So life cycle rule means how long data is going to hold in S3. Okay, that is automation one system. Suppose I set this type of data, backup data is going to hold it by S3 30 days only. After 30 days automatically it will move to Glacier, because S3 is costly, Glacier is cheaper, right? So automatically, that is, we have to mention here life cycle. What is the life of this data? Okay, what is the life of this data? So different data purpose, different lifeline you can set. Suppose any project is going on, so programmer is going to upload their data to S3. Suppose it is a Python project or Java project. So Python file or Java file, .py or .java, life cycle rule is 6 months. After 6 months it will move. But database backup purpose we choose 30 days, right? Or 7 days, 10 days. So different life cycle is possible. Check it how it is possible. Life cycle configuration, life cycle rule. I am going to create one life cycle rule. So it is asking my life cycle rule 1. So this rule is going to apply on limit the scope of this rule using one or more filter or all the objects. Basically life cycle rule is different filter. Filter means we have to mention here prefix. Suppose Python project, they are going to use py something. Okay, py underscore project underscore some, this type of name. Okay, so prefix is py means apply it. Suppose Java project j underscore something. Okay, or sometimes project name is there, one id also there. We are using j123, that is Java 1 to 3 projects, then underscore project name and others. So this type of file, this life cycle is going to apply on that type of file. You can mention here the prefix, or you can use apply to all objects. That is Python program, Java program, backup program, everything is same rule. Okay, just try to understand. See, if you are going to apply all, then acknowledge it, and then life cycle rule. Life cycle rule, what is the rule? Transition current version of objects between storage classes. Between storage classes means S3 and S3 Glacier. Okay. Now transition current version. Current version means if versioning is enabled, and you save 10 times. So which one is the current version? 10th one, latest one, current one, right? So that current version is going to move from S3 to S3 Glacier. Second option, transition non-current version of the objects between storage class. Non-current means 1 to 9, other than current. Now you can choose my latest 3 or 4 options are current, not only the latest one. Okay, latest, before that, 3 times or 4 times. These are my latest. These are my current. That is also you can choose. Okay. So here it is transition non-current version. Fine. I just choose all the non-current version move S3 to S3 Glacier. That is oldest file. Next option, expire current version objects. I didn't require it. No, I didn't use it. Okay. Current version I am not going to expire it. Permanently delete non-current version of objects. You can choose this one also. Permanently delete non-current version, or delete expired object delete version. Different options are there. So if I choose non-current version between storage class and expire current version of objects, permanently delete non-current version. Suppose these two. Okay. So here it is asking acknowledge it. Sometimes by mistake I choose something, so acknowledge it. Then it is asking transition non-current version of objects between storage class. That is true. I know source is S3, but what is your target? AWS is going to provide 6 type of target, that is Glacier. 6 type. Okay. Suppose you are using one machine, laptop or anything. You are using 2 pen drive, 1 external hard disk. So different type of storage is there. Fine. Same here also it is asking choose the storage class transition. If I click here, it is going to show standard IA, intelligent tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 types is there. What are the differences? Differences is, suppose this first one, if you choose this first one, you can move here after 30 days minimum storage duration. That means in S3, once data life is 30 days over, then only you can transit it. Okay, not before that. Next one is no minimum storage duration. After 1 or 2 days also possible, after 10 days also possible. Okay, you can choose any one. 1 June IA, 30 days minimum storage, and then Glacier instant retrieval, 90 days. After 90 days you can store it. After 90 days. And this is after 180 days. So different type. You just note down all the name and little bit after how many days. Because interview time they are going to ask, if I want to send the data after 10 days only from S3 to S3 Glacier, then what type I am going to choose? 1 June IA or intelligent tier. 1 June IA is 30 days, intelligent tier after 7 days also possible. Okay. So this type of different options. Suppose I am going to choose standard IA. Number of days, if I mention 10 days, it is showing a minimum 30 days is required. So we have to mention 30 days minimum. More than 30 is possible. Number of version optional. Can be 1 to 100 version. All other non-current version will be moved. That is, suppose if I mention 3, it is going to retain 3 version, latest 3 version. Okay, latest 3 1. If 10 times, then 10 9 8. That is the latest. And 7 onwards. Okay, 1 to 7 it is non-current version. Now you can add another option also. Okay, you can add another option also. Permanently delete non-current version of objects. So enter number of days. When it is going to non-current? After 10 days, after 30 days, after 50 days, when? So you have to mention here. Expiring is required, this selection of this. I am just mentioning after 30 days. Number of version. I am telling here 3 version is going to retain, and other than this 3 version, all the old version is going to permanently delete. So I mention here 3 version. Now what is the gist? Gist is review transition and expiration action, current version, day 0 no action, and here non-current version, because current version I am not going to delete. Okay, non-current version, day 0 object become non-current. After 30 days 3 newest non-current versions are retained, and all other non-current version move to standard IA, and on 30 days 3 newest non-current versions are retained, all other non-current permanently deleted. So आप जैसे सेट करोगे वैसे ही होगा. ठीक है, उसके बाद then create the rule. Once rule is created, you can create another rule also, multiple rules. That means how long data is going to store in S3 and when it is going to move to that other location. Okay, using this life cycle, you can maintain the cost also. If your huge data is stored in S3, you have to pay more. Now it is 1 GB, next day it is 2 GB, after 1 year it is 100 GB, 200 GB. So always we try to maintain within a certain level. Okay, 20 GB we are going to hold in S3, and rest to Glacier. Glacier cost is very less, right? Using this you can manage this cost of the storage. Okay, so properties, permissions and management. Okay, these 3 options important here. Try to understand what is what. And if I back to bucket, I want to delete this bucket, but it is not allow me because bucket is not empty. Check it, bucket is not empty, so it is not allow me. Before delete bucket, you have to delete all the objects inside of that bucket. So you can click here empty bucket. Let's check it what happened. It is asking permanently delete. You have to write here permanently delete, and then empty the bucket. Successfully it is empty. Once it is empty, now you can delete your bucket. Okay, exit from here, and now this is my bucket. Click on delete. It is asking your bucket name. Either you type or you copy, drag and drop, delete. So my bucket clear. Okay, next option is Glacier. S3 Glacier, advanced storage in cloud, create vault. Any idea about this vault word? बैंक में होता है vault. हाँ, बैंक में आप कुछ नए ना ऑर्नामेंट्स रख रहे हैं, ठीक है, कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पेपर डॉक्यूमेंट्स रख रहे हैं बैंक में, कहाँ रखते हैं? लॉकर, उसको बैंक का वॉल्ट बोलते हैं, ठीक है। वो चाबी होता है मैनेजर के पास एक, आपके पास एक, आप खोलते हैं, ठीक है। तो वॉल्ट मीन्स वेयर डेटा इज सेव, right? And long term purpose, suppose if you store these ornaments in bank vault within 365 days, how many times you are going to use it? Rare, 2 3 days, 4 days, okay, occasion purpose. But 99% only store. This vault concept also same, 99% only data uploaded, downloaded 1%, okay. But S3 is different, 50-50. So vault, how to create, and creation is very simple. You just click on this vault, it is asking the vault name and nothing. Notification, one option is there. Whenever it is going to, that is we are uploading something in vault, it is going to notify you. If you turn on this, notify means through mail, it is going to send one mail, today these files are uploaded, okay. But right now we are using off, because notification on purpose, SNS another topic is required. SNS one more topic, one more service, simple notification service. We will use this SNS with Lambda. After that, if you want to check, you can check it, okay, notification. So right now it is off, just create vault. Vault is created, this is the name of the vault. Fine, vault is created. I click on this vault. Inside it is just going to show you details of the vault. There was no option to upload, download and others. Because how we are going to transfer the data to vault? From S3 using life cycle. In S3 I mentioned life cycle. So from there data automatically move to vault after 30 days, after 10 days, after 20 days. Fine. But another option is there. Suppose one university or any other company, they want to upload few data to vault. They are not interested in S3. Okay, unnecessary. Why I am going to upload S3? Because S3 cost is more. So directly I want to upload the data to vault. Then there was no options. Then what to do? One third party tool is there. Okay, one third party tool is there. That tool also accepted by AWS. It is secure. So AWS also accepted. So you have to download this tool. That is First Glacier. First Glacier download. So it is showing Amazon S3 was introduced in this and game changer. Just go through this and check it. If you want to download, then data transfer from Amazon Glacier Vault to Amazon S3. Download First Glacier. You can download from First Glacier site, or you can download from AWS internally also. Okay. So click here, it is going to download the First Glacier version. After that, you have to install this software, and then with the help of this First Glacier, we can upload any data to directly Vault. But before that, we have to configure. So before that, we have to know one more topic, that is known as AWS CLI. Okay, command line interface. So that portion we are going to continue on Friday.
So this is done by CLI only?
No, CLI, this is First Glacier provide you graphical options, but CLI in background. Suppose in First Glacier I am going to choose, I want to upload this data to this S3. Okay, but authentication also required, no? And S3 where it is, in Mumbai or Singapore where? So these are going to maintain by CLI. CLI is going to maintain this S3 name, S3 locations, authentications. So first Glacier is going to upload the data to Vault. So CLI Friday, once we learn it, Saturday, Sunday you try this one. Okay, I will show a little bit of that. You try it. So CLI required. Now, if you want to delete this vault, very simple. Just select this vault and delete. It should be empty. One shot it is going to delete. Okay. So this is S3 and this one. Okay. And now what is our requirement? I am going to create one EFS. EFS means Elastic File System. That is equivalent to, you can say, NFS, Network File System. Okay, after creation of this, I want to access from this EC2 and from this EC2. That is from multiple EC2. Right now I am going to show you from two EC2. Fine. Now if I create one file from this EC2 and save this EFS, I create file here A, B, C. So when I log into this EC2, what happened? When I log into this EC2 and if I want to check what are the data is there, I am going to find ABC is there, plus I am going to add XYZ file. Okay. Now when I add XYZ file from this EC2, where it is going to save? EFS. So if I move to this machine, again I am going to find that X, Y, Z file is there. If I create file from here, it is accessible from here. If I create file from here, it is accessible from here. Because ultimate file is going to store where? In EFS, that volume. Okay, that is a common volume. That is a shared volume. If I store in local machine, then it is not available. Okay, so let's see how to create NFS, that is EFS. EFS purpose, one most important thing is, in this EC2, in this NFS or EFS, we have to add one security group, one rule, that is NFS. Okay, NFS should be. Web server purpose we added na HTTP. SSH purpose SSH. So this purpose NFS is mandatory. Okay, so check it practically how it is going to access. First I am going to move to EC2 and I want to create one security group. See, so many security groups are there. This is default. Only one security group is there, that is default security. I am going to create one security group. So this security group I am going to use where? My security group is name my EFS SG. My EFS SG. Description. BPC default, inbound rule, outbound rule. we are going to mention inbound rule. SSH from where? My IP add rule. NFS right now I am going to use from anywhere testing purpose. Outbound automatically all traffic to return. Create security group. So security group is ready. Now I am going to create instance. Launch instance. Amazon T2 key pair PC12 key PEM not PEM PPK created networking default subnet A enable public IP select security group we already created my EFS hard disks and I am going to launch 2 machines at a time. So PC2 and PC1. What happened? PC1, PC2 is there. Now I am going to create EFS. I just duplicate it and search EFS. So EFS elastic file system pricing model, go through this. There was no minimum fees. How much data is there, you have to pay for that. But one condition is there. Check this video also. If you are going to access your EFS from a single zone, AP South 1A, how many machines? 10 machines are there. Your payment suppose 1 rupees. But you are accessing this EFS from 2 machines, 1A, 1B, that is different zone. Then your payment is more. Okay? From single zone, payment is low. From multi-zone, payment is high. So let's create one file system. My file system name MNSNFS EFS. Okay, it is in this VPC, that is default. Create. This file system is created. Now once file system is created, it is not going to ask any security group and others. After creation of that, we have to enable it. Say this network. File system is not ready still now. Just refresh and we have to wait for this. Then click on manage and check it. It is not ready. Must provide at least one security group. After sometimes it is going to show we have to change our security group. Okay, because still it is not ready. So attach. What is attach? We have to mount this EFS we have to mount this EFS to one by one both the EC2. Okay, then only we can access from that EC2 instance. So mounting purpose, either using DNS, this is the mount command, or if I use IP address, this is the mount command. We have to copy this command. Within this command, from mount to up to this is your EFS details. First mount, then options, then EFS details, and then this is the mount point. Whenever we are mounting, we are creating a slash data1, data2 like this, then we mount it. Here EFS is your mount point. So that is the folder of your local machines. Okay?
Mount to machine, right?
Machine. Without mount, it is not possible to access.
Then
This is our mount point.
this will be attaching.
Wait. So we will mount it, but before that, now it is showing security group default. Okay, from manage I just close it, and I have to choose which one, my EFSSG. Here also my EFSSG, here also my EFSSG, then save. Okay, that is most important. From this network manage, and then you choose your security group, because without this security group EFS, it is not possible to access. Now what is our target? Click on attach, and IP through, we have to mount it. Okay, back to your instance. I am going to connect my PC1, public IP, putty, EC2 hyphen user at IP address, SSH, auth, credential, browse, PC1 to key PPK, open, accept, connected. I am in home EC2 user, mkdir PC1 na? So I just create data1. Okay, now what is my target? I just copy it, back to here, right click, this directory should be data1, or you can mention /home/EC2 user/data1, complete path. Okay, either or. Enter. Now how to check? df hyphen th. Check the last line. This is the IP address of your EFS 189. This is file system type NFS4. It is 8 exabyte, initial size 8 exabyte, and where it is mounted, home EC2 user data1. Okay, I am going to move to data1. Inside of data1, sudo touch abc. I just create 3 file. Check it. 3 file is created. Now what is my target? Click on EC2. I want to connect this machine. Copy. New session. EC2 hyphen user at IP address, SSH, auth, credential, same key, open. In this machine also mkdir data2. Now just copy it and back to this machine, right click, this point is data to df-th mounted, now cd data to. Any file is there? But check it. ABC file is showing, which is created from PC1. Now I am going to create sudo touch xyz ll ABC xyz is there. I am going to connect my first machine PC1 and try to check xyz also here, because ultimate point is same, that is EFS. Mount point is different. Okay, but storage is centralized storage, access from both the PCs. Clear? So this is EFS concept. That is how to create EFS. Main important thing is NFS protocol.
So sir, can we say in real time it work as SharePoint?
Not SharePoint. SharePoint concept is different.
Then we can access
This is basically known as shared storage.
shared storage.
Okay, shared storage and using NFS.
So main purpose sir in industry is like to everyone to get access, right?
Yeah, one storage is there, anybody can access it, and from there we transfer the data to S3. Because if you mount S3 in one machine, you cannot mount another machine. S3 only one. You cannot share it. Okay? So deletion purpose, just click on delete, and here we have to mention this ID. And confirm. So EFS is going to delete. Regarding instance, select both instance, terminate. So it is also going to delete.